SportsBit is powered by BetOnline, driving the opening odds market since 2001. Visit sportsbookreview.com to learn more about BetOnline and its A+ rated platform in the link below.
Welcome back to SportsBit. It is deep dive time like we do every Tuesday during football and basketball season. We got Dave Mason from betonline.ag to join us. Always like to hear how the books fared this past weekend and talk about what's coming up next. So, Dave, welcome to the show. How are you on a Tuesday morning?
I'm well. How are you, Teddy?
I got no complaints. There's always stuff to complain about, but bottom line is we're healthy, we're happy, and it's Super Bowl time. So let's get right into it. This past weekend, for the course of the playoffs, it was an underdog run. 9-1 against the closing numbers, 8-1 against the closing numbers, depending on how you grade Viking Saints game. But the bottom line is dogs cash in throughout the entirety of the first three rounds of the NFL playoffs, including a 2-0 underdog sweep this past Sunday. How'd you make out on the Pats? How'd you make out on the Eagles? I'm anticipating you telling me you did really well on both games.
Yes, we did, Teddy. The first game was great. It could have been a little bit better if the Jaguars held on. We needed them on the money line would have been a massive hit, and teasers would have been even better because everything was teased with the Patriots. But no complaints. A little complaint there because they should have won.
Yeah, exactly.
But
no complaints, but this little one.
Yeah, a little complaint. But no, the game ended well, and the Eagles game was great too. Most of the action was on the Vikings. So, no, it was a really, really good Sunday. We took our lumps late there in the regular season, November especially, but the season ended, everything turned around, and we had a really good playoff so far, and this weekend was no exception. Really good weekend.
So the reports I've been hearing out of Vegas from the sportsbook directors here in town, they're saying that this has been the best postseason they've ever had, that the conference championship weekend was as good a conference championship weekend as they ever had. At BetOnline, you're talking about historical proportions type of postseason? Is this as good a playoffs as you've ever had, or last weekend as good a weekend as you ever had?
From overall money we won, absolutely. Because, again, we're a little different to Vegas. We're growing too. So we're growing every year. So really the only year we'd be able to compare it with would be last year. And we got killed in the playoffs last year. So we definitely did better than last year. Percentage-wise, I can't even tell you. But as far as overall profit, without a doubt. But again, that a lot of that has to factor that we are still growing, and every year we're growing more and more. So we have a lot more bettors this year than we did 2, 3, 4, 5 onward years ago.
Sure, that makes a ton of sense. But when it comes to the next couple of weeks between now and the Super Bowl, what happens? Are you guys first of all, let's start with this. When do your props come up? Because I know that a lot of bettors out there are interested in the Super Bowl propositions. But when it comes to the next couple of weeks, is it mostly Super Bowl action, or do you take a ton of hoops and other sports while people are waiting for the big game?
Yeah, it's both. There's so many players start coming in as far as the props are concerned. We started putting them up yesterday, Monday. It's funny that just a few years ago, all the props industry wide wouldn't go up till Thursday, maybe late Wednesday night, Thursday, and now it's you log on Monday and it's like, holy hell, we gotta get stuff up. Competitors
let's
are
get to
putting
work.
But our guy, yeah, exactly. Our guys put up the first slew yesterday, and we're working on more. I'm working on more of the entertainment / novelty props right now. I have the screen open, so I'm trying to do some pink handicapping and Justin Timberlake handicapping here, which is always, just get on YouTube and start YouTubing videos and stuff, I guess. I don't know. There's no algorithm or exact science behind that. But, so as far as props concerned, they open up more and more by the end of this week. We'll have, by Thursday, we'll have an absolute ton. A little bit get added next week. Some more novelty stuff. Sometimes you're just watching TV and you're like, oh, that would make a good prop. So you send it over to the props team. They put stuff up. So, 90% of our props market will be open this week. We also have this new player prop software where people can create their props. I'm not exactly sure when that's going to be loaded. They can do their own matchups and their own odds and stuff in this player prop software. So that's just going to add an extra element to all of this. So between that and our regular offering, there's no doubt we'll have the biggest offering out there. As far as other sports, yeah, I mean, it is downtime, but people like to get down. People like the action. They're on the site. They got money, so they're going to put some bets on basketball and hockey, etc. The Australian Open's finishing up, so we get a ton of action on that. But yeah, the basketball starts really picking up now. Now that football's kind of in the rearview mirror with only one game to go.
Last question for Dave Mason. Well, actually, no, I got one more for you after this. But from Dave Mason from BetOnline.com. All right, here's the Super Bowl, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Who are you guys going to be rooting for? Do you know already? Where's the early action come? And what do you expect as we lead up to the big game?
Well, right now, and a ton of action to come in. You know that. Everybody knows that. But as of now, I mean, we have a lot of early action. It's just amazing how much action is already in. I mean, there's already as much action now as there is on a regular like Sunday afternoon game, to believe it or not. That's how much action is already poured in. Maybe a little bit less. That might have been a little bit of exaggeration. But anyways, right now, Eagles, 55% of the bet counts on the Eagles, 77% of the money lines on the Eagles, and 77% of the over. The total is on the over. I personally, I think that money line will need the Pats. We're going to need the under. But I think come game time, we're going to be Eagles fans. I think most of the money is going to be on the Patriots. All that late money is going to come in the Patriots, I believe. A lot of that was early Eagles action because we opened at 6.5. We actually had a 7 on the look ahead lines, and then when Eagles started, just kept throttling the Vikings to move down 6.5, 6, 5.5, and now it's 5. So a lot of that was guys getting that early value. So I think we'll be Eagles fans on the spread come kickoff.
So probably the best result for you, as it is almost every Super Bowl, is favorite to win, but not to cover. Like a New England 3-point victory would be great for you. I'm sure.
No, actually, absolutely. That's the most likely. My guess, educated guess from doing this a long time, is that's what we're going to need.
That's best case scenario.
Yes, sir. That's what I would think. We'll see next week. We'll talk to you next week. Could be all different. We'll see.
That's why I like getting 2 chances to talk to you before Super Bowl. Dave Mason, betonline.ag. Come on, promote your book. What do you want my guys who are watching right now to do today?
I want them to sign up at betonline.ag and come bet our props, the early Super Bowl odds, our industry best live betting software. You're going to get a sign up at betonline.ag. Use promo code NEW2500. And get a one-time 50% welcome bonus with a maximum bonus at $2,500. All the terms and conditions are found at betonline.ag/promotions.
Dave Mason, always enjoy this segment a lot. Let's do it again next week.
Yes, sir. Have a good week, Teddy.
We're starting in 5 minutes, boys.
Okay, thanks, Monma. Really excited for the show today. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. Whoa, look at this. Jimmy the Bag, a message from Gabe Morency. I wonder what this could all be about. Let's take a look at this, Jim.
What's up, Pete? I got good news and I got bad news. Good news is I'm coming to San Jose, Costa Rica. We're going to be kicking it live. It's going to be an awesome betcast, Super Bowl 52. The bad news is if I don't do well on the tables, I might have to borrow a couple of bucks and I might have to sleep on your couch. But either way, we're going to tear it apart, man. Super Bowl 52, live from Costa Rica. See you there, Pete.
Jimmy the Bag. Gabe Morency is going to be joining us for our Super Bowl podcast. This is scary and exciting at the same time. Jimmy the Bag, what do you think? Are you looking forward to this?
Very much so, man. It's not a party unless Gabe Morency's down here.
You think you can handle hanging? You think you can survive an entire Super Bowl in the same room with Gabe Morency?
Super Bowl day's the only day you're allowed to get day drunk. You're allowed to get all fucked up. It's part of the fucking celebration.
I just had a brainstorm. You know what would be a great idea is if Donnie Rightside came down here too. You think he'd be willing to come down?
Check this shit out. I'm way ahead of you, Pete.
No way.
All right, Jimmy, I'm in. Send me down there. Costa Rica, let's do it. February 4th, Super Bowl Sunday, live betcast. We'll be there before, during, and after the game, breaking it all down. Let's win some money.
All right, well, looks like we're going to have a full house for the Super Bowl Betcast, the official SBR Super Bowl Betcast. There's going to be Jimmy, me, and Donnie, and Gabe, all powered by BetOnline, and it's going to start at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Super Bowl Sunday, February 4th. Jimmy the Bag, are you psyched?
Psyched, man. Let's get that cash.
Sportsbook Review's Super Bowl Betcast is brought to you by BetOnline.